Hi y'all, I'm just coming to you this afternoon with a wonderful face mask tutorial. This one is a custom face mask. It has a bendable nose piece and also has adjustable tie straps here made out of t-shirt knit. So if you don't have elastic, you can just cut up a t-shirt or you can buy some t-shirt knit because there's a shortage of elastic right now. So I discovered that this was a great thing that you could use to replace the elastic. You can also use elastic, but these are great. So basically fits like this. You just put it on top of your head, pull it down, bend the nose piece, tighten up the sides, and then you can just tie it around so it's comfortable in the back, and voila, you have a nice fitted nose piece. It's adjustable so it'll fit a variety of people, and you can go back and press it down so you know you have it secured around your nose. And then down here, if you don't want it to come down so far, you can also just push it up a little bit, make it a little bit tighter on your chin. So I will show you how to cut everything out and all the pieces that you need. You will need a piece of cotton fabric for your front side that is 7 by 9, and then another piece for the back of cotton fabric 7 by 9. If you would like a filter, you can use the lightweight or featherweight Pellon, which is a white Pellon here. I used the fusible kind so I could iron it onto the back of the paw print fabric, and I typically iron 1 yard piece at a time so I can cut them and not have to cut, iron, and then sew. You can just cut up a bunch of your rectangles at one time. Also, this right here is just t-shirt knit, and I just used my rotary cutter with the L square here to cut it in strips of 3/4 to 1 inch. If you have an old t-shirt, you can just use the old t-shirt to do that. I actually bought t-shirt knit. So those are the items that you're going to need to complete your project here for your face mask. This, you can see where I just ironed the Pellon onto the back of it beforehand. Alright, so I have my front and back. I am putting right sides together here. I'm going to start by sewing a 1/4 inch seam allowance. My stitch length is going to be on about 3, and I'm going to back stitch at the very beginning. Once I've sewn down the first side, then I'm going to open it up and take my nose bend piece here, which is 2 5/8 inches. You can use a pipe cleaner. These actually I ordered, but you can also use the little bendable pieces that's on coffee bags. So I'm going to place that right there beside the seam allowance, halfway in between, and zigzag that on. If you would like to be precise, you can mark halfway mark. So here I'm going to raise my seam width, or my stitch width, to a 4, and lower my length to a 2, and stitch down the middle of the, I'm going to back stitch. I'm just going to stitch right down the middle of my bendable piece. If you do a pipe cleaner, you can just stitch over the top of it. Alright, so I've done that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is fold this back over and stitch the other side at a 1/4 inch. If your pieces are not exactly even, I typically cut a bunch at one time, so it's okay. Just keep that 1/4 inch seam allowance as long as it stays together, or you're stitching through both of your seams. And the nose piece is not necessary, but if you have it, it just keeps less germs and particles out because you can bend it around your nose. I'm using the edge of my foot as my guide for the 1/4 inch. And once you've finished with this part, you can turn it inside out. And if you would like, you can take it to the ironing board and just press your seam so it comes to one side like this, and then flip it over, press this seam to the other side, or you can just finger press it like I'm doing right now. So your next step is going to be to fold it right on the seam and top stitch it at 1/8 of an inch, or edge stitch. I'm using the inside of my foot as my guide here. What happened, it just wanted to get stuck. And fold it, and just sew across the end to the next side. Press that seam allowance, back stitch, back stitch. Alright, so I like to start up top here where my nose bendy piece is, and at about 1 inch. You can mark this if you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself. Mark it starting 1 inch from the edge here, and you want to fold your tucks 1/2 inch on top of one another. You don't want to be at a zigzag. I'm going to back stitch over that, and then I am going to use my seam ripper as a tool to fold. So I'm going to come down about another inch, and I'm just going to push this under here. And when I get a little bit in, I'm going to come down another inch and push that under. And then you're going to go to your next side, and you're going to fold in the same place. If this is difficult for you, you can take it to the ironing board and press this in. So it makes it a little bit easier to sew once you are going. You can also pin this down, but if you will press it, it'll stay in place fairly well, and then you can just stitch over the top of it. I'm just stitching these pleats down to match the other side. Now, if you do not have a serger, you can zigzag over the edge. Alright, so you want to adjust your machine to a 4.5 width by about 1.5 to 2 length. And I'm using the inside of my foot as my guide. You can zigzag the edge to keep it from unraveling. And when you get back to the end, just back stitch a little bit. Okay, so I have all of this done, and want to make sure that my strings are clipped nice and neat. I'm going to do the other side, and like I said, if you have a serger, all you have to do is just serge the edge. Now the next step is to take our t-shirt string or knit, t-shirt knit, give it a nice stretch so it kind of flattens it out some, And you want to make sure that you start on the top where your nose piece is. Lay this down, fold your seam allowance over, using a 3-stitch. You are going to just stitch right along the edge for your seam allowance. Make sure that you back stitch the beginning and the end to secure that right there. And then I'm going to pull this piece around so it forms the headpiece on top. And you want to make sure that you have it where the top is, where the nose piece is, so that that will go on top of your head. Fold this over. Stick it under here. Back stitch 2 or 3 times. Trim up your threads. And now you have a finished mask.